born in light, raised in darkness. Wildheart for eternity. Welcome everyone to Wildheart Session 5. Last time, our adventurers ended up next to some ruins, and I will read the description again, since it was quite some time ago. The dark has settled over the forest, and a drizzle patters against the forest canopy. Just as you have decided to camp for the evening, light a warming fire, and fill your empty stomachs, something catches your eyes. From the gloom extends a ruined city with its encasing and archaic buildings. And you are free to do what you please.
Hey, you see that?
I do see that. Looks like it might have a. You know, if it was me, and I was trying to put a magic pool somewhere in the middle of a forest, I want to know where it was. Especially if it gave like eternal life or something like that, and that would be a perfect place.
Not this again. Do you think of anything but that stupid pool?
Well, there is Asta. I think about her a lot. I think about food. I think about drinking. I think about how mismanaged the business is. But that is another story.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Let's go to the ruins, yeah?
You mismanaged you off a cliff.
Right, so you decide to go towards the ruins.
It would be cheaper.
I suppose I need to be on point again, huh?
This is what I pay you for.
You do not have to remind me.
Bernard, right. He's supposed to be Slavic.
So you see the ruins are out on this rock, surrounded by a huge trench which plunges more than hundreds of feet down. And the only thing connecting the rock to where you are is a rickety suspension bridge.
For once, could somebody just build a stone bridge instead of these stupid rope and board affairs?
Do you want a
there
rope
was
around
only
you?
one person. It's impossible to build bridge with only one person.
Bane goes and goes over the edge.
And it just disappears before you notice it hitting the ground.
Yep, that's deep.
Aiden looks over at him. Is that your expert opinion?
Well, yeah, but you can try it out if you want to.
Sure. And he gives him a little fake nudge on the back.
Yeah. That's very nice. Very nice, yeah.
Well, you told me to try it out. I figured I would use the least useful thing that we had.
Hey, We both know you guys are nowhere without me. I am lovable, big dude, you know?
Big sponge that sucks up money and lamb.
You see him gnaw on a piece of... he bites a piece of ration while you're saying it and goes, whoa.
So,
We're just gonna keep making fun of him until we all get attacked in our sleep and he kills everyone.
yeah, he's gonna snap one of these days. Well,
Do you want me to tie a rope around you while you walk across? I'll hold this in.
why is the plan always to go fishing with me?
You are the best bait. Have you seen yourself? I am too fat. Well, not fat.
At least you can admit it.
Yeah. Well, Asta likes it. Slaps my belly when it's the right time, you know? And then
Yes,
there's...
but Asta is a troll.
No, she is not. Asta is not a troll.
She's a half troll.
That's right. The important distinction. All the good big boneness with none of the other problems. You know what I say?
I still think she is fattening him up for stew.
I don't think I would taste that good.
You know what they say about trolls. You are a pig.
Well, I am only part pig.
Pork loin stew.
No, she doesn't have to butcher me to get to my loins.
I could have gone the rest of my life without knowing that.
Knowing that, you stay
Hearing
in the
that,
same,
no.
you stay in the same tavern. You hear it.
That's right. I think the old tavern knows about that. Thank you.
Here I am looking for stuff.
You're standing there, looking at the rickety bridge.
Looking at the rickety bridge.
Yeah, I'm trying to find notes. Sorry.
Starting to get a bit wet from the drizzle.
Maybe like a round of perception checks to spot weak points in the bridge. Other
Alright.
than that, we're just gonna have to test it.
I'm pretty sure you test these things by using the heaviest person.
Well, it depends what's over there.
Aoden takes out his rope, the good stuff. It's not using the chintzy stuff, since he's going to be climbing across here.
Besides, no one wants to catch what is 160-pound weight free falling from bridge.
Exactly.
I cannot do this. It will pull my arms off. This is why I have sponge. Although I realize a suitably heavy stone would be much less troublesome.
Are you sure about that? I mean, just think about the logistics of having to carry that said stone around. First, you got all the people, how much time and labor you have to put in.
It's a stone.
See,
I put it in back of wagon. When I need it, I roll it out of wagon. It doesn't eat. I don't have to pay it wages. It doesn't fuck
But what
trolls.
But what about going on the road? See, the horses have to carry it, or stag has to carry it.
Yes, but if we go uphill, we can roll it downhill after anything chasing us.
Oh, please, you have done that to me already.
I'm starting to like this giant stone idea.
I will not have a stone take my job.
We haven't had to fight anything so far, so we can literally replace Adam's character with a suitably large rock.
Here, make yourself useful, rock boy. He hands him the end of the rope.
Well, useful, you. No.
And Aoden starts testing his weight on the rickety-ass bridge that's going to collapse under somebody.
All right.
It's just a question of who.
Well, you grab the wet rope and try the planks, and it creaks a bit, but you figure that it would probably hold you.
It's wet.
Well, it's raining. Of course it's wet.
Everything is wet. This rope is wet. Who knows how tight I can hold?
Why don't you tie it around your waist?
I tie it around you, rock for brain. There's your stone.
But then who would pay you?
I did not survive insane dwarven traps for you to drop the rope.
Yes. I won't
Pretend
drop
it is
you.
Pretend it is a flagon.
Ah, well, see, now we are talking the same language.
And if I survive this, if it breaks and you don't drop me, I will give you a cup of my mead.
Hey, you heard him. Hey, he turns to the dwarf and he says, all right, you heard him. Verbal agreement, verbal contract, yeah?
That is if the bridge breaks and if I fall and you don't let me fall. Because if I fall, he shakes the flask and then puts it back into his gear.
Is someone gonna sabotage the bridge?
The interesting is, like, these situations sound a lot like Bane kicking one of the posts of the bridge over.
Yeah, Bane's looking at the bridge now. Still holding tight to the rope, but he's looking at the bridge now. Which one?
All right. So you make it out to the middle, and now, since you are in the middle of it, the wind is feeling a bit more powerful, and it's.
Now that I'm in the middle, that's when the bad shit happens.
Yeah.
Pick a side. That's where you're going.
If I have to pick a side, it's going to be the far one.
But it doesn't break.
Excellent. Then I continue onward.
And you make it to the other side without any trouble.
Dang it.
Feeling good on solid ground once more.
Okay, so I take a spike, drive it into the ground, keep the rope tied to me, and then wrap the rope around the spike too. All right, it's held.
All right, untie yourself, and I will hold our useless employer's rope.
I'm still rich. He still works for me.
Yes, but being rich, you have to worry about where all the money goes. I just get to spend it.
No money in the wagon. Just flour.
I could make bread.
So we send the other end of the rope across. Shoot it across if I have to.
All right. A rope arrives.
Bane takes it and starts wrapping it around the dwarf. Pulls it good and tight.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Well, like you said, you got the money. Just making sure the investment is, taken care of. And all that fancy stuff. Go and get going. I've got the
Bernard,
other end.
remember not to look down.
Yeah, all that gold is in offshore accounts. No one can get a look at me.
Offshore dwarven vaults.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called when you hide your chest of money in the water?
Yes. Okay. Yes, you stay on this side, Bane.
That's the plan.
Hey, Bernard, where did you get those fashionable dwarven pantaloons?
From a Dwarfen pantaloon store.
Really, I thought I saw them I thought there was a vendor out in the markets. He said something about dwarven drinking. What are they? Breeches.
I wouldn't know anything about that. The dwarves do not need special pants for drinking. That is ridiculous.
Well, that hasn't been the. Bane says under his breath, that hasn't been the case when we've been drinking.
They're not special pants. They are just my favorite pants.
Well, then that makes them special, doesn't it? You're a favorite.
Yeah, but I wear them all the time.
It's like you never change.
Yes, it's like I only have one set of clothes that I wear every episode.
No.
Hey, heads up! Aiden tosses a metal spike across.
Just at him.
Hey, watch it.
Okay.
If I wanted to hit you, I wouldn't have warned you it was coming.
What is this strange MS Paint structure?
It's an MS Paint structure.
It's a big upside down A.
Could be. You see that there are a total of 5 what appears to be residential buildings, perhaps. The black one is a larger house, more intact.
Is it
Well,
like the same kind of shanty-looking thing that Timmel was in?
No, this is more proper.
Well, I could see the strategic value of building your little village over here.
Well, it's mostly ruins on this little island.
Well, yes, the morons probably kept falling off of the damn bridge.
Are you ready for me to come over?
I don't know. Did you tie off the rope?
I think so.
I think you should stay on this side in case someone else comes from port side too. I just think you should stay on that side.
Oh, you're finding good stuff, aren't you? You don't want me to see the good stuff.
Well, actually, I want him over there in case someone tries to sabotage the bridge from the far side.
Aiden mutters under his breath, Andy smells like wet pig.
No, this is also a bonus of him being on the other side.
Fine, I will wait with the elk. He's better company than you anyway. Says leaning up against the elk.
Elk smells like wet elk.
They make good company.
Smells like a barn.
So only one of these buildings is reasonably intact?
Yep. Also, on the very center, there is a stone altar. It looks like something, something made for rituals or something like that. It is a big stone slab with like carvings in it. Nothing that you can discern or.
Hey, Bernard, look, it's a rock with writing.
They're not sure
I
what
will
you-
not be replaced by a rock.
But this is an intelligent rock. It can write.
I can write,
His own name.
just not pretty.
Signing your X for a contract does not count.
Hey, I wrote the. Whatever.
That contract is legally binding.
All of you know I'm as smart as the next guy. He says.
He's just standing next to the elk.
Well, it depends. How smart is your elk?
Pretty smart
2?
as far as an elk goes.
2?
Yeah, it's on the higher order of animal intelligence.
I don't think I've bumped up Flox's int.
Does he go off of animal companion or does he go off of?
Yeah, he's an animal companion.
Let's see.
Ah, here it is.
Super sneaky stealth mode.
Oh.
Ninja.
So he dives under a box.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. 17 plus whatever the heck my stealth bonus is, which I have a feeling is fairly good. Yeah, 27 total.
Right. We begin to make our way
I-
to
I'm a shadow.
In an open field. Very inconspicuous.
And no one has mown the grass.
True. It is pretty high, growing grass, all wet.
So it's like this. It's like the Velociraptors in Jurassic Park, but it's Joel's character, and he's.
That's right.
Well, you see these ruined buildings and old remnants of people living there.
Bones?
Not that you can see.
So just remnants that they were once there.
There has definitely been people here.
Peek around the edge of this wall.
Only rubbish and just broken, broken itemry and ruins. Nothing that really catches your eye.
And this one over here.
Seems to be fairly the same. There are things left here. So the people that lived here did not take all of their stuff with them.
Stop and I listen at the edge of this building.
All you hear is the wind and the rain.
Ooh. Peek around the edge.
There is a large pile of bones in the middle of the house. There are a stone coffin at the very end that is sealed.
Look amongst the bones and that kind of stuff. Perception of 26.
They appear to be human, or humanoid at least. Normal size.
Nothing hiding in them.
I mean, there are remains of clothing and tools, but other than that, no.
You said there was 2 other buildings besides? There's like 5 total?
There are 5 total.
Okay, I go to the next one, look. And then I'm assuming the other one's over this way. Check each of them, see if there's anything in.
There's nothing that really catches your eye.
Well, I don't see anything. Stands up. Stops being super Nordic ninja.
You uncrouch.
How did you get over there? I didn't even see you. Man, you are good.
I heard something about this thing here being sealed.
Yeah, there's a pile of bones inside of there, in front of a coffin, which is sealed.
What's in the
Pressed
coffin?
on. I don't know. I didn't go and look at it yet. I figured I would tell you what is there before I go
Well-
disturbing any of the dead. That is your purview.
This is not the first tomb we would have entered since coming to this forest.
Yes, that is true. Although I don't think this is a tomb. It looks like a house.
Who
Could
is
this be a
buried
church?
inside their own house? Is
Could
there
it
any?
be a church?
All right, I'll make a perception.
And yes, I know there's a block there. There's a
Yeah, I just figured I would draw it.
Okay.
altar.
What is there? Is it an altar? Like a big stone slab?
It is large enough for a person to lie on,
You said it had
but it's
writing.
more or less like a big slab, rock slab.
Okay. But you did say it had writing on it?
It had some sort of inscriptions, but it doesn't seem to be writing, or at least nothing that you can identify as.
Yeah, at least not in a language that I would know.
Yeah.
Or possibly even recognize as a language. Okay. Well, there's no point in trying to read it. Is there any sort of religious or other iconography on this house here?
There are at least nothing left of iconography on it. It could have been something there once, but the time has, in that case, removed it.
Hmm. I want in that coffin.
What do you want in the coffin for?
Well, there are only a couple of reasons to physically seal a coffin. That's usually because there's something someone might want inside. And seeing as how this coffin isn't buried, is perhaps they were fighting over it. Either it never made it into a grave or it was pulled back out of one. That's my logic, anyways. The wrong tab.
On the other side of the bridge, it's getting a bit cold since you're getting so wet. The elk is looking at you, shaking its head.
I know that I wouldn't have left me either. They're probably not even able to do anything without me. You know what I mean?
And it kind of shakes its head.
Yeah. Think I should go over there?
It shakes its head.
Yeah, I think you're right. You're good to go talk with, he says, reaching into the wagon, breaking off a piece of sugar and giving it to the elk.
And it happily eats it.
Oh, bribes.
He pats it on the haunches.
I'm gonna search this altar thingy thing. 13 for searchage.
All right. You find that the stone altar slab has a small hole where you can just grab hold with your fingernail and drag out a piece of the rock, and inside this small compartment there is a rugged cloth wrapped around a dagger.
Ooh.
Bane stands in the middle of the bridge and is like, "Well, what have you found?"
Aiden flips back the cloth from the dagger to get a better look at it.
It looks very old. It has not been very well maintained. It's a bit rusty and not very sharp.
Hey, Bernard,
What?
come here.
But and he's like already got his hands like on the coffin. Hey, fine.
Come here.
Fine.
God, dwarven belly aching.
Come back later. What?
What do you make of this?
I feel like appraise is probably a skill I have.
One would think.
Or knowledge religion.
True. Well, if appraise doesn't work, I'll try knowledge religion. We got the same bonus. 21 appraise.
It is a very simple construction, and which speaks for the fact that it is not meant for looks but rather use. And it is a shape of shape for slicing rather than stabbing or cutting.
So it's like
Odd.
It's curved?
It is a bit curved.
I'm starting to think that this table was used for some sort of
Hoodoo.
Yeah, some sacrificial altar stuff.
Who do that voodoo like you do?
And there's no symbols or anything on it. It's just a
No,
plain
it
knife.
is very simple.
It is just knife. With slicing flesh. It's not worth anything.
Odd choice of words.
Well, you see, curved belly of knife is for parting skin from bone.
No, like skinning knife. I got to.
We're standing in the rain for a skinning knife?
It's not a rainforest, it's coniferous. It's just a forest that happens to have rain in it.
It is rainy forest. We're standing in the rain for a skinny knife.
Well, if you'll excuse me.
Aiden's going to be practical and wrap it back up and put it in his belongings.
All right.
What are you doing in here? Don't touch that.
Why, all this got to be something inside of this.
Let me look first before you go touching things. You know the rule.
What is he not supposed to be touching?
A box.
Box.
A dead guy box.
Oh, yeah, those are usually bad.
Why they don't burn him is beyond me.
Yes. What do you mean it's just sitting out?
No, they put him in a box.
Was he rich?
I don't know.
Well,
Is
the
he
box
bad?
is sealed. I think you must be rich.
You know our custom. We burn the valuables with the body, remember?
Yeah, but that's not their custom. Who are we to impose our traditions on them, eh?
This is our land.
It's not my fault you were all filthy sandwiches.
What was that?
No? Wait, what's in the box? Man, you find anything?
I don't know what's in the box. What's in the box? 1, cut a hole in the box. 2,
Put a dead guy in the box.
Okay, so for checking for trappages, I got a 19.
You don't think there's any traps or anything preventing you from opening it?
Are there any latches or anything fun like that?
No, just a stone lid.
Well, you're the expert on disturbing the dead. You tell me. He's not dwarf.
Yeah, I mean, he's not
The
going
box
to
is
be.
too long.
He's not going to be disturbed. Also, never been in Dwarven City. Everything is too big.
I mean, they could put 2 dwarves in there. It might be a little cramped.
Economy class.
I don't think that's how they do it. Two dwarves, 1 coffin. It doesn't sound right.
Filthy.
It's almost like this thing I heard of one time. I can't remember.
I feel like maybe I blocked it out.
2
Don't
dwarves,
want
1
to
mug.
remember.
2 half trolls, 1 mug.
Uh,
Being the deceased. However, there could be clues to getting off or out of these woods in it too. I think our needs may outweigh the normal precautions.
yeah.
Well, the pile of bones is rather ominous.
What about the 12 strength?
Let me use a survival check to look at these bones real quick. 17.
Oh, they're definitely human.
Chew marks, knife marks, mode
No.
of death.
I mean, some bones have been broken and mended, but there doesn't seem to be any damage to the bones in particular.
Well, whatever killed these people doesn't seem to have been violent, unless their throat was cut or something.
All the more reason to open box. I'm guessing an 11 strength doesn't lift this.
You managed to push a little bit.
I got a 13.
Well, oh, is Bane coming over?
Hey, should we get the Bane across the bridge?
No, I don't want him to know that we need him.
Bane has been slowly inching his way forward until the rope's taut now, and he's just kind of leaning against it.
Well, in fact, as you guys are pushing the lid, the snapping sound of ropes breaking, and half the bridge just collapses. You can make a reflex save.
You mean the half of the bridge with my fucking wagon on it?
Well, it depends on if Bane was
Did
pushing
you
the
leave
wagon
your-
across.
I mean, like the side of the bridge, of the chasm, that all of my worldly possessions were on.
All of your worldly possessions are now on the other side of the gap, I think.
I'm going to put you into this hole that you have crossed.
What was it?
What? You see Bane looking back and then looking up. I didn't do that.
I think he means the bridge collapsed like halfway.
Yeah.
Like one
no.
side.
No, you have like 2 ropes holding the bridge. One of them collapses, so now there is no floor to stand on. There's just one rope to hanging.
So you were better off standing on the land instead of moving to the middle.
plus 4.
11.
So I got 11
All right.
for
so
my
you,
reflex.
you managed to not really grab hold, but more like get stuck with your arm in the bridge. So you're basically hanging from your arm, dangling with your feet down, looking
So
down into the chasm.
if he did what he was supposed to, there should be an end of the rope tied over here and an end of the rope tied over here, and then he's anchored to it. So
Yeah, I drove the Python when you gave it to me. So I was just kind of leaning against it, trying to get closer. So yeah, he's caught in the thing. Nothing. I'll be fine. Be fine. You do a climb check or something like that to.
Bernard, our friend, his patience ran out, and he started to cross the bridge with predictable results.
Is he in the hole?
He's above the hole.
Just go get him.
Grab a hold of the rope that's tied to him.
All right.
All right, come on. Oopsie daisy.
What? I got lonely, you know. It was not fun over there. The elk is good for conversation, but only one-sided.
Start yanking the rope that he's on.
All right.
Just do hand over hand along the rope, and I will help pull. Any loose slack, I start winding around the python. So it gets shorter and shorter as he gets closer.
Okay. What is Bernard doing?
I still want to get this coffin open.
All right. You can make another strength check.
Oh, that's a 5.
So you push and you and then you hear a clearing sound, and you see these skeleton hands next to yours, and the coffin lid is pushed open.
We hear the endangered cry of the endangered deep doo-doo bird. I imagine that Bane and Aoden both look at each other like, "Oh, he's done it again."
I have not heard him make that noise in a while.
His little dwarf woman squeal. He must be in trouble.
Yes, well, you're in trouble too. Get your arse over here.
All right, I'm coming.
There's the subtitle for you.
Yeah.
I roll a 17 plus what it is.
Strength
Where did it go?
or climb.
Yeah. 17 plus 5, so I am like 23, was it?
Yeah.
22.
So you
22.
manage to unsnare yourself and steadily get over to the end.
What did you do? Did you strain something?
Can I move? Or am I stuck in here?
No, you are basically standing over this stone coffin.
Yeah.
Next to you is a skeleton that just aided you in opening the coffin. And you see that the inside the coffin, there's no body, but there is a whole bunch of old weapons of different kinds, mazes and swords and axes.
Would you look at that?
What did you do? Did you aggravate your hernia again? We have told you, no moving heavy things by yourself.
That is not why I make this.
No, don't go to the Iggy voice. Come on.
That was the Siegfried voice.
Whatever.
Ooh.
That noise is so funny. Oh,
I've done it again.
I have many problems, and you should help me solve them.
but
that
the
woman
half
isn't
throw
one.
but the half throw wedge isn't one.
Ah!
Bane just holds up a silent high five.
Oh, he has made some friends.
Whoa, lots of friends. Time to get busy.
All right. Well, you can roll initiative. What's happening is that the pile of bones are, you see, they are being clad in grass that holds the joints together, and they are one by one standing up and moving towards the coffin to arm themselves.
What I miss? Other than being surrounded by dudes?
They're moving towards the coffin to get their weapons to melee you to death.
Oh, I'm so very glad I can channel energy.
So, would I benefit from my surprise initiative, Alex, on this? Or are they fully aware that I am over here?
They are fully aware.
Okay, so I don't get to add that. That's okay, though.
$12 plus 2. I have a 14 for initiative.
All right.
There. No, there it is. Oh, that's not good. Well, I'm dead.
I don't know about dead, maybe gravely wounded.
I suppose I should roll my initiative, huh?
Would be nice.
I got a 14.
Ooh, I got a whopping 9. I need to be added to the turn order.
You should be on the.
Well, just look. I mean, only 3 of them can grab a weapon at a time so far. Or so, I guess.
Well, they're skeletons. They can just hit me with their bony claw hands.
So
Well,
the
what's your
rattling of
defense?
bones just overcomes the before very quiet wind. and the closer ones are arming themselves with axes and swords.
Yeah, just excuse me. I need to. Can I come? Can I come through? Maybe I want to.
Are they like Sinbad skeletons?
Are they what?
Sinbad skeletons?
I don't know what that is.
Claymation, stop motion.
I would just like to, if I could, just get through you, and I would be outside, and I will be leaving.
So these two, they're not they're not
Here we
getting
go.
to the coffin because there is a dwarf in the way.
Damn dwarves. I'm not on the turn order thing, and neither is Adam.
Okay, because I can see you.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
You never the party.
Ooh, you're gonna get beaten on by skeletons
Yep.
quite a lot before we even get to do anything.
Yep.
How?
Well, it was nice knowing you. If you die, can we keep your money and wagon and such?
Well, if I die, you're gonna have to fight the skeletons for my money.
Fair enough.
Well, they decide to try and tear you apart.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I thought was going to happen.
Like any good skeleton would.
All right. So they roll 6 and 7 against your flat-footed, which probably isn't enough.
I would argue that my flat-footed AC, that I am not flat-footed. There was an awful lot of screaming for me to prepare myself. But no, that does not hit my flat-footed AC.
All right. Bane.
All right.
You see that they are moving in, and once they've gotten in, they begin to move out, but with weapon in hand.
Well, they are preparing, it seems. So will I.
At
And
least they're not chain gaining them out, just handing weapons out to each other.
yeah. So Bane takes this moment to enter his rage, free action, and then transform into his full beast form.
You smell worse now.
This is what I've been waiting for, he says. And he moves his full speed 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 feet. Right there.
Can't you charge?
Off about...
I can't.
You can't transform
It
him.
takes a full. Yeah, I gotta earn that. I can't transform as a swift action until after I earn it. But that's okay because right now I'm a. It's okay because right now I'm a 20, 14, 22 on my physical skills.
The pig goes to war.
That's right. When a good pig goes to war. Oh.
See, this is doubly bad for me because not only am I surrounded by dead people that are trying to rip my face off. I am spec'd for ranged combat.
So the ones with the purple dots have weapons?
Yep.
Okay. Scout's charge. He is going to be flat-footed. And I am going to use my axe. Well, it's a small weapon. Never mind. It wouldn't do any good to use it two-handed. I'm going to swing at him.
All right.
Oh, wait a second. Hold on. I gotta look at something here. Hold on. I'm gonna look at something because I can't remember what it does. Oh. Okay. It didn't do what I thought it did. That's okay. Okay, so charge adds 2, so that's 13 plus 8. So I'm pretty sure I hit him.
Yep.
And ooh, 9 damage. Just rolled me a max.
All right.
And it is a bladed weapon, so I'm sure being skeletons.
Pesky skeletons.
This did not seem to work as well as I thought it would.
I mean, you cut into the bones, but you do not break any bones, and it doesn't have any blood to shed. So,
Bernard, any suggestions?
Hit it with the flat end.
Oh, hit it with the flat end, he says. Thanks for that. You couldn't have told me that beforehand?
Well, yeah, no, I was a little busy, you know, what with them trying to rip my body parts up off my body. You know. Not to rush you guys or anything.
I'm not rushing. I'm going to enjoy it.
I want to channel energy.
Oh, Bane's going to be so upset if you kill him before he gets
The
there.
fight is going to be over. Very
They
short.
do get a will save for half damage, though.
indeed.
What weapon does Bernard use melee-wise?
A short spear and a shield.
I was going to say, because the Pathfinder SRD has like a really cool dwarf using a warhammer.
But with the simple weapons I had available to me, that's short spear and a shield was my best option.
Don't you get dwarven weapons?
They count as martial weapons, which I am not proficient with.
You're a cleric, right? Or no, you're a...
No, I'm a cleric. Clerics get
thought
simple
you-
weapons plus proficiency, and their deities favored.
Yeah, but don't racial weapons count too?
No, they just counted as martial weapons for the purposes of proficiency.
Otherwise, they're exotic, but dwarves treat them as martial.
Be thinking of 3.5 instead, but
Hell, I don't know.
No, I think you're correct. That I looked at it not long ago for a different character.
Right. So you channel.
I rolled snake eyes.
Oh,
You suck. You jackass.
So if you want to make your maybe you want to make your will saves for to cut that 2 down into a 1.
Yeah. Let's do that.
did you not add your wisdom to it? No, I don't
think
guess.
so. I'm pretty sure it's just a flat d6 roll.
In the midst of his prayer to his deity to strike down his foes, he cuts loose with a fart.
What's the DC?
13.
Oh, so 2 of them failed.
So all but 2 of them take 1 damage.
Hey, that's like 1,
Oh.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah,
That's 11, 12. That's 12 damage altogether. That's respectable, right? That's
Distributed over them too.
Hey, it's
fuck's sake.
it's more than Aiden.
Ooh.
Well, they, as you
That's not Sinbad, is it? That's like Jason and the Argonaut skeletons.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, that's Jason. I wasn't gonna
There's
discuss about it.
they're still corny.
so this pulse of positive energy kind of make this wave across the skeletons. They react to it, but they don't seem to be affected by it a whole lot.
Oh, that felt kind of funny. What was that?
That was very disappointing, is what it was.
Was it supposed to do something?
Normally it works.
Is there anything
Maybe
else
if you wouldn't have
do?
farted in the middle of your prayer.
I suppose I've not been tithing, maybe. I don't. He's not. I am.
Gods don't appreciate it when you fart in their prayers.
Yes, well. Eris still needs to lighten up.
Have you met? You know who Aristotle is, you know. Lighten up is not something he does, you know.
I should have joined the clergy of the coin guy.
See, and that is why your God didn't answer your prayer.
His name escapes me at the moment.
You don't even, you want to give up your God, but the gods don't even know about. No wonder your God is like, well, forget you go do what you want to do.
You know, Stormer, Solveig, and Yorn would not have left you high and dry like this.
Well,
That's
yes,
right.
it is, but I don't see them helping now.
They're helping me.
Are you done?
You shouldn't
with
have
your
breezed at each other.
Well, I can't exactly go anywhere. Abadar is what I was thinking of. I can't exactly go anywhere, so
That fat
I'm
scared the
gonna
tooth
say,
out of me.
Yeah, I'm probably Dunaroonie there. What is the channel?
It's a standard.
Is it standard?
And the skeletons turn.
Yep.
Down with the dwarf.
At least I'm not flat-footed anymore.
Yeah.
And it's like, what, 1?
3.
Damn, you're pretty dexterous for a pudgy little dwarf.
I told you he's statted as like a bow guy. My main weapon's a longbow.
Then why are you in there playing with all the skeletons?
Because they weren't there when I was in here.
Because he didn't want to tell Bane that he was going to need his help.
I'm a strong, independent dwarf.
Yes, you are.
I don't need no pig.
Apparently you do.
you have 3 skeletons armed that wish to return the favor.
Dear.
That's a 12 and 11 and a natural 20.
Well, one of those hits.
Could confirm 14.
No. Wait, what's your bonus with the natural 20?
5.
Damn it. Hoping it was like a 1. No, you missed on your critical.
Alright, so it's a hit, but it's not a crit.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, they cut you for 6 damage.
My body.
Then we have 2 skeletons armed on Aedan.
Yay, we gonna die.
$11 as the highest, even if you charge.
Yeah, I got a 15 right now.
Yeah.
From the charge.
And then we have 2 with claws.
Over here pulling some Matrix stuff.
Got a 17 in one of them.
That'll hit.
So he'll tear into your flesh for 6 points of damage.
Damn, you bony bastard.
For the
And
Pathfinder
it's-
games, they really need like a tool that can just give you like a circle to show you area of effect. Instead of having to slap an aura on everything.
Don't touch me.
Alright, Bane, it's your turn. Your friends are being torn to pieces. Slowly, but steadily.
Steadily. What? Here I come, boys. Charges in on this one. Boom, boom, boom. So he can only use his primary attacks, which are Gore. 22 to hit.
That's a hit.
Claw. 9 to hit.
Oh, not a hit.
Claw, 18 to hit.
That is a hit.
Oh yeah, that'll.
And Bite. 26 to hit.
Is a hit.
Jesus Christ.
So
Quit chewing on him.
He's still got some marrow left.
It's a good thing those are natural attacks.
Yeah.
You wail at this skeleton, and it's like you're popping bones left and right, but they seem to connect back together. But it is after your flailing is over, it is still standing, but the strength of the creature seemed to be very diminished.
I don't think I can just flat eat these guys to death. Does anybody have any fire?
I would go with acid over fire for bones.
But that's what I did.
Aedan.
These guys don't take sneak attack damage, right?
In Pathfinder,
I think-
undead take sneak attack damage.
Yeah.
Oh. I get another D6 on that one guy.
They don't have any vital organs, but that doesn't
Okay,
stop
I
you.
don't know. I guess you're stabbing him in his empty eye holes.
Another 4 for the one guy then.
This guy?
The one that had a weapon that was right in front of me.
So 4 with your bladed weapon.
Uh,
With your slashing weapon.
yeah, but sneak attack damage is separate, isn't it? It's bonus damage,
Mhm.
if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure what the
So
rule.
it's added to the total as opposed to counting as yet another source.
Yeah. Of course. I mean, it's one attack. It's one pool of damage.
Yep.
But the total damage is of the whole attack is what?
For that one, it was. Hold on. $13 damage would have been the total from the previous attack.
Right.
Since I get to add sneak attack, apparently. Okay, so 2.
By the way, for future reference, I did not add my increased strength from my rage on those last ones, but I'll remember to do it next time.
Right. Well, you hack into the one in front of you.
Hold on. That was from the previous. If you don't want to count it, that's fine.
I'll count it.
All right. I am going to 5-foot step this away.
Okay.
And depending on how this goes, I may redirect the other attack, but he's going to get 2 axe attacks at him.
All right.
A 12 is a miss for sure, and a 17.
17 does not hit.
And I'm using the back of the axe like a hammer.
A hammer.
Hammer.
Well, wielding it like this gives you a less than ideal balance of the weapon, so you do not manage to connect properly.
Okay.
And it's Bernard's turn.
Okay, let's try this one more time. Perhaps less fucking embarrassing.
More amazing and less embarrassing.
Yeah.
Double sixes.
Yeah, not quite. Double fours.
So 8.
So 8.
That's a lot more than 2.
That is more than 2. Yes.
It's like 4 times more than
It's
2.
like 4 times more than 2.
Almost. Pretty much.
Yeah. Lay down. Come on. Lay down.
So 3 of them fails.
Hey, no kill stealing.
Oh, hey, that sure is convenient that I killed those ones that aren't attacking me.
Yeah, it's almost as if they were already damaged a lot.
That's okay. You can help me with this one.
Yeah, so I mean, you see that the ones in front of you just collapses.
I must have killed it by delayed reaction.
Yep, that's what happened.
Anything else?
I still can't move, so I don't think so.
Bane's turn. They are getting tired of this positive energy.
But yeah, I'm getting tired of being stuck in a skeleton rave, so we're equal. How do you feel about that?
Skeleton mosh pit.
Yep.
Does about the same amount of damage as a mosh pit.
So that's a 24, 19, 17, 17, 18.
Want to run that by me again?
Well, you can tell me what the AC is and it'll be easier.
22.
22. All right. So that's a 1 hit for 5 damage.
It's
They
still much more
are
damage than I would like to be taking.
they are hammering you with their hand axes. They are very
I'm a lot harder to hit than I look.
yeah. The axes aren't as sharp as they once were, but you are definitely being pummeled from left and right.
Or cursing and screaming in Dwarvish.
This one goes with its
No, I
claws
do.
for Bane. Well, it got a natural 20. Does not confirm, I'm sure, but it does tear you up for 5 damage. Painting its eyes with pig's blood.
Feel the pain. Squeal like a pig.
And last one goes on Aidan. But he managed to block the attack.
Clunk.
Alright, Bane.
Hello, friend, he says to the one that was hitting on him, and commences to go full attack mode on him. So, Gore, 13 to hit.
Nope.
Claw, 24 to hit.
Yep.
So that's 6, 7, 8. Claw again, 18 to hit.
Yes.
So that's 8, 9, 10. Bite. It's 18 to hit again. So, and it's going to do 8 damage.
So
Oh,
as you bite him and toss him around, the bones are just the upper body is just being tossed around and it flies all over the place while the lower body just falls and crumbles.
So he does something like he steps on the dude's feet,
Yeah.
grabs him with grabs his arms with both arms, grabs his spine in his mouth and goes something like that.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
He gives an accepting squeal of the phrase.
All right, Aiden.
Oh. What is in here? Gotta see here. Give me a second here. What are these guys' combat maneuver defense? Well, actually, don't answer that. I'll just roll and see if I make it or not.
Okay.
That would be 21.
Succeeds.
Okay. Do a rolling dive
Ah,
past his weapon. And then I'm swinging at this one. Try and draw some of the heat off of him. And I miss. Whopping 9.
very nice. Duck and roll and swing and a miss. Bernard, your friend is cartwheeling to your aid.
Didn't cartwheel. I did a roll.
Sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and swing things a little bit in our favor. I'm gonna cast Consecrate.
Oh,
Ooh.
Which I don't know if you guys can see the auras I have on.
Yeah, I saw something.
Oh, that'll
Great
those.
big
That'll
big
still-
yellow aura and a great big green aura.
Yeah, the yellow one's the radius of the channel, and the green one is the radius of the Consecrate spell.
all right. Now, do you want to cast this defensively or trigger some attacks of opportunity? Like 5 of them.
Yeah. I feel pretty good about my AC, but you also keep rolling fucking nat 20s.
True.
I don't think I like my luck on making the caster roll, so I'm just going to incur the attacks.
All right. They roll pretty well. I think 3 of them hits. 23s.
You rolled 3 18s?
Yeah. Well, 120. 218.
You suck.
Well, I got that spell off,
120, you know.
and I die.
So that's 17 damage.
I'm at -2.
And if I
Which means the
remember
spell
correctly-
ends, doesn't it?
Well, what happens is you're trying to cast a spell, and as you are removing your focus from trying to defend yourself, they're taking the opportunity to strike you.
Oh, yeah, I know what's happening.
So your spell is disrupted.
Unless,
Well,
yeah, you
no,
have to-
he dropped consciousness. He's disrupted completely.
completely.
No concentration roll necessary.
I'm out. I'm bleeding on the ground.
Lay down.
That's right. Lay down.
Was that how that was supposed to go?
Who
What?
knows?
What happened?
Bernard may be dying. Or dead.
What? That's my meal ticket.
I
He
knew it.
said.
I knew it. I knew there was a reason you were so cheap.
Oh, right. Skip. Sorry. Just gonna walk over your body.
Just gonna
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna walk over your carcass.
I'm just gonna stand on your face.
I'm not too heavy. It's just a bony foot. How did he get over there?
He was walking like this.
Gotcha. Jerk.
Yep. All right, like so. So you have 4 guys on you. Wow, that's a double 20.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. That's
You're killing me, dude.
Yeah, no, this campaign is gonna end right here. Because Alex is using rigged dice.
How many 20s is that now?
1,
maybe
2,
5,
3, 5.
6.
That's 5. So that'll be 4
All
and
right.
5 right there.
How come you can't do this crap when you're playing with us?
I'm playing with you against you.
DM hacks. DM hacks.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. But I don't. Does a 19 hit?
Yeah, 19 hits.
All right. So you take 13 points total as they dig deep with their rusty axes. As for Bane, 7 points of damage. And the high grass is starting to shade into a more red from its former green.
What's going on now?
Bane does not stop to try and analyze why, though. Just notices that it is. All right, so we got to take these guys out one at a time. I'll take the guy to the north of me. Do another round of gore. That's a 14. That should actually be that should actually be 2 higher, I think. Yeah, it should be. I'll have to remember that. Claw,
I think you can.
12.
Are you using your sheet or a macro?
Macro.
Okay.
So that was the left claw misses, the right claw misses. The left claw gets a 24 though.
That's
A
a
26 actually. And it does 10 damage.
damage.
Ooh, I got a 24 again for maximum damage. Looks like 7, 8, 9 on that one.
9 points, and he is KO.
I still had my hooves to do too.
Yeah, but you can attack the guy, this guy. Since you're still within range, you can dish out all your attacks as long as there's something to hit. So you can keep flailing.
Yeah, I keep like. So hoof. That's a 17,
Does not hit.
and last hoof is another 17.
Fortunately
All right.
not. But you got one guy.
Yeah. I'm getting one around, about. One around.
All right, Aiden. They are cutting you up.
So Aiden is going to use his free or whatever action is to activate his torque,
Ah,
and then he is going to use his full action to fight defensively, total defense.
all right.
So we go from a 17 plus 8 to a 20. Let's see, 25.
It's like, Bane! Bane!
25 AC.
You cross your axes in front, holding them in front of them.
Oh, that's not going to stop him from hitting you. You just have to roll a 20.
Yeah. The DM's just going to roll 20. That's all.
He's just gonna hope that they roll ones and hit themselves or something. All right, Bernard, you're bleeding.
Stabilize yourself, punk.
Do something like that.
Roll that 20.
12. Which means I have to roll 12 on the die because I have a con of 10. 3.
You roll the 3?
You continue to bleed.
I continue to bleed.
Congratulations, you're bleeding.
Do that. All right. Well, you may have a high defense, but they're gonna try it.
Oh,
Oh, I thought you rolled already and rolled another 20. I was gonna,
I was,
No. I haven't rolled yet.
I was like,
glare
whoa.
evilly at you since I can't punch you in the arm.
Right. Get over here. All right, so the first two will be at a +2 because they're flanking. But no one hits the magic number. And you manage to ward off their attacks for now. While for Bane, he has 2 on him. One actually
Bane's
rolls a
like,
natural.
dude, you look awesome. He's like,
Just batting weapons away, that's all I do.
One of them managed to disarm himself by cutting at Bane's face as he just flails and managed to tusk the axe out of its grip.
Bane's like, did you see that? Did you see that? That's on purpose.
Busy here.
And it's Bane's turn.
So Bane sees an opportunity to give a fellow flanking, but I'd have to move through people to do it. Or I could just kill one and then move. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll kill one and then move. So I'm going to attack this one north of me again.
All right.
I mean, still go north. Gore, 28.
That's a hit.
6 damage. 19.
Yep.
7 damage. 18.
And you rip him apart.
See, gore, claw, claw. That's all it takes. Gore, claw, claw. And then I'll move up this way. Say, hi. You gonna kill something soon? And he'll wait.
Busy.
All right, Aiden. There's a pig to the rescue.
Yep. Doing the same thing.
All right. Bernard, you're bleeding.
I'm bleeding.
Roll to stop.
Bleeding on my dwarf blood all over the ground. 6, I continue to bleed.
Surely
Wait, negative 4?
-4.
so 6 more rounds before you perish.
Yeah, but it's just I'm getting progressively harder and harder for me to not die.
Yes.
And guess who has all the wands of curative magic on his corpse?
Who could it be? The elk?
No.
Yeah, where is the elk, huh? Where is the elk? Huh? Oh, leave him over there. Leave him over there with the wagon.
The elk can only make that jump on an 18. Or 17.
Alright, so the 2 flanking. And the 3 rest of them will focus their attention on Bane. Another natural 20.
That's
On who?
6 or 7.
On Bane.
That is like the 820. We've had 2 more. What is up? We don't even have this much in our game, in our beginnings and endings.
Right.
So, to you folks at home, we were talking about what game we wanted to end fairly quickly, and it looks like it might be this one.
Well, Bane will probably survive, but I don't know.
One of my friends who DMs for us pretty often, I'm pretty sure has loaded dice, and he doesn't roll this many 20s.
I guess a 14 doesn't hit.
Magic number for me is 17.
Ah. Well, you take 6 points this turn.
Yeah, they just ain't hitting me enough to.
You just muted yourself.
I said they're just not hitting me. They're just not hitting me enough to take me down. If they were hitting me more often, they would be able to take me.
They would roll more 20s.
Yeah.
Well, it is your turn.
I'll go check on Bernard.
And he's gonna hit this one right across from Aodin, so he can get some good carnage going.
Some good flanking bonus.
Yeah,
That's a hit.
that's a 21. That's gonna hit. 24. That's gonna hit. That's 4. That's a 14 plus 2 more, which make it a 16. I don't think.
Already down.
Yeah.
Already down.
Ah, fine. I can reassign though. You said I can assign
Yeah.
more.
As long as there's someone within your range, you can hit them.
I'm gonna bite that guy for 7, 8, 9.
The
That's
one
right
to
here.
Okay. The south, yeah.
If I do a complete full round attack, though, I'm not going to be able to move to Bernard.
You leave him to me.
Okay, I can do that. Him being Bernard or him being the skeleton?
Yeah. As long as I can get out of this mosh pit.
Okay, so I'll keep going on the skeleton then. Hoof. 25 for 7.
Hoof to the face.
And then my second hoof. 24 with the maximum damage. Yes!
So 9 on the other one. He's also down. You drop kick them both.
That's right. That's how Bane does it, man. So you see him do this dazzling display, flip backwards with his hooves, like kicking their heads off, smack down and go.
As Aedan is flailing for his life, trying to defend himself, Bone are flying left and right as Bane is just going nuts on these guys.
This character's playing out pretty much exactly how I thought he would in a fight.
And it's Aiden's turn.
How high is this wall here?
I mean, it is a single-story building, so I assume it's like what, 10 feet or something? Tops.
Okay. Time for that lovely acrobatics check.
Parkour.
26. So I'm going to tumble back around this corner, and since I don't have an obstruction in front of me, 26 to hide.
All right, you duck behind the wall.
And let's see. So I did
I
a
thought you were
move.
going for Bernard.
Is hiding a swift action or just an action?
I think it is a standard action unless you have a fancy talent.
Okay. Then that's what I do for now until some bad guys are distracted.
I think they're amply distracted.
Well, I mean, going after you as opposed to going after me. And
All right. Bernard, you're still bleeding.
you are really just crapping out on these rolls today.
What is up?
You're muted.
Muted.
I want to die. Just let me go quietly into this night.
Bernard,
Forever.
tell us again of your valorous efforts against the skeletons on that fine, faithful day.
Oh yeah,
Don't
Bane.
Don't be shy. Tell
Well,
us the
Bane-
tales of your daring
I-
do.
I farted some magic at them and it didn't work so well, so they beat me to death.
Yeah, Bane is not going to let him live this down. He's going to be like, now who opens the big heavy stuff? Who opens the big heavy stuff? That's right.
All right, fine. I'll stand out here on the other side of the bridge that I wasn't supposed to cross.
Since their punching bag has disappeared, they find a new target.
No one ever said they were
And-
smart skeletons.
Who needs brain when you have brawn, right?
Yeah, who needs brains when there's 12 of you?
So I believe that's 12 points of damage with a 19 and 21 to hit.
Oh man, neither of those would have hit me. Where were those? Where were those when we were
Yeah.
rolling natural 20 after natural 20 to
Is there some kind of- You guys are starting to think, is there some kind of DM collusion going on in here? You know, because he rolls an awful lot of stuff in beginnings and endings. You know? Nah. Can't fake electric dice. Oh,
Unless you hack them.
unless you hack them. All right. So, let's go.
Electric dice roll a lot of 1s and 20s too.
Yeah. So I'm going to start on the south this time.
All right.
And work my way around because I want to get him away from Bernard. So, Gore,
That's
21. Critical, going to roll to confirm with the same attack type. All right,
Yep.
critical for max damage. 9, 10, 11. Yeah,
9 would double to 18.
super dead.
it's dead. So then that means I've got a whole other claw going to the one right next to him.
Just rips the whole rib cage with one fell swoop.
Yeah, I throw him up in the air with my tusks and go with the right hand. Go with the right hand. Come down with the left on the next guy for 10 damage. And then I take that guy's skull in my teeth and break it
Oh,
for
wait,
8 damage.
that was the wrong one.
This one.
Yeah.
And then hoof for 8 damage.
And he's down.
And then my final hoof to the chest of the other guy would only be 16, so I don't think that hits.
No.
Okay.
He managed to deflect that blow.
Still got the skull of the one in his teeth, and he crunches it down.
Quit chewing on them.
I told you they still have some marrow.
So what's the difficulty of a heal check?
I think to stabilize is 15.
Yeah, we better not do that. Is his wand of heal readily apparent?
It's on him.
No, we better not do that either. Pinches your nose and pulls your mouth open wide, and he starts pouring a potion in.
All right. You're feeding him a potion.
Yeah, provide first aid is 15.
Yep.
1d8 plus 1, Mr. Kane. Hopefully, you want me to roll it?
Yeah, you might as well. It's your potion.
No, I was just referring to your crappy dice rolls.
So was I, just more subtly.
So you get 5 back.
Alright, which just puts me at 5.
Good old average roll. What were you negative at?
-5.
No, so you're at 0.
I think
You're at
it is-
0 and you should be conscious, right?
I would be disabled.
He's staggered. So you can make...
But it gives him a turn where he can do
Kill
a
myself.
wand or something.
Yeah, you can kill the last one.
Get him!
Not if I get to it first.
Get him!
You feed him the potion, pull him up on his feet. Get him!
I know you just came back from the dead and you're practically laying on the ground dying, but there he is.
Get him!
Bernard, you're not bleeding.
So, if I take any action, I fall unconscious and start bleeding.
You would fall unconscious, but if you take an action to heal yourself, you
So
kind
I'm
of counteract
just gonna
that.
channel energy again from on the ground.
Are you channeling to heal?
Yes. So I'll
Okay.
get all three of us.
I was gonna say, if you're channeling to damage, I'm gonna beat you.
I'll kill you.
I'm gonna beat you to -9 and then heal you again.
He wakes up and he's like, oh, they're still here. Oh.
10.
Oh, nice roll.
10.
Yeah. See, that's a good roll. You're getting better. We're starting to see a turnaround.
Definitely. All right, last guy.
Ugh.
He missed. And you begin to hear the clattering of bones. They seem to be reanimating.
Get me up.
Throw them over the edge.
Just the skulls. Just kick the skulls over the edge.
Sucker.
Pretty effective.
Take a long time for him to get back up here. I crushed one skull in my teeth.
Well, throw his pelvis off the side.
Okay.
Yes.
So-
Throw all the pelvises.
No, the torsos will animate and they'll walk around like that.
Just
Right.
no middle. Just shoulders attached to pelvis.
In the far future, why is there a bunch of pelvises lying around here?
Must have been some kind of fertility shrine.
Well, if the skeletons are still animated, the pelvises are just like kind of like aggressively rocking back and forth.
It's definitely a fertility shrine. Look at how aggressive those pelvises are. Thrusting this way and that.
So, first things first, kill the last one. All right, 19 will hit, so 9 damage, 9 more damage.
And he's down.
All right. So then we punt his head off of the thing.
Hayden starts kicking pieces over the edge.
All right. It is becoming very dark now. And you look around and the grass painted with your own blood is being slowly washed away by the drizzle.
I don't think my wee dwarven heart can take much more.
Whoa, they really affected you.
Yeah,
He says,
I got
coming down.
I got hit in the head and it changed my accent.
He's coming down off of his rage. His face is going back to normal. He's like, all right, that's too. Ooh. Ooh.
So what were all the weapons that they had?
They had very simple old hand axes.
Yeah, they were just
mostly.
beating us with metal sticks.
Yeah, well, rusted hand axes and such. Very, like, poor quality weapons in general.
Any of this junk worth anything?
No.
So why did they all get up all of a sudden?
I don't know. We started to open the coffin and then they were opening it and then they were beating me.
Bane says, oh, you were opening something without me.
It wasn't important.
Well, you know, you're almost dying is not almost important. I don't know.
I would have been fine. It was nothing. It kicks a femur off the edge.
Yes, sure. Of course. We all know this.
Search the room.
There are a lot of bones, a lot of poor quality weapons.
Who broke this bridge?
But there's nothing really of interest here. The only thing that piqued your interest before was the stone coffin, but now that it's open and there's really nothing in there but junk.
Is there anything written on it that was like in the dwarven place?
24 to search it in depth, anyways.
Only more weapons. There is no inscriptions or anything.
Oh, that's for nothing.
Oh, well, I had a good time.
All right. I take 20 to search the entire area before we make camp.
While he's doing that, Bane will keep an eye over the edge to make sure the skeletons aren't climbing back up.
Here comes a pelvis.
Here comes a skeleton made out of pelvises.
Just pelvises.
Oh, that does not seem... Oh, no, that does not seem natural. No.
It's horrifying.
Thrusting its way towards you.
Oh, that's just disturbing. That's not right.
Well, okay, then fine. They can't reanimate if I actually get off the spell that I tried to cast before I was beaten to death.
Well, on the small island, you find some rather pretty flowers, but apart from that, there is ruins, bones, and junk.
Hey, the cloth that dagger was wrapped in doesn't have any writing or anything on it, does it?
No, it's just a filthy cloth.
Okay.
Bane sits on the big table while he's waiting.
It's wet.
Oh, my butt.
I want to get these skeletal corpses together and consecrate the area so they can't reanimate.
All right.
Why don't you just burn them?
Bane leans over to Aodin and says, because that's what us heathens do.
You can burn them afterwards. I just figured using magic was easier than trying to burn bones.
So you cleanse the area with your consecration spell.
And now you can burn them.
No, it's no fun now. So no riddle, no secret, no clue.
I was hoping one of the keys to getting out of here would be around.
Yeah. We have 3.
Looks like the only thing we find on island is ass kicking.
Well, not all of us found one of those.
Well, I'm not so sure I would say this about this large X wound in your person.
Oh, it's a flesh wound.
I do not have magic for broken bridge. It's not a spell I possess.
Yes, well, luckily I had the foresight to tie ropes.
Yeah. By the way, there was that whole agreement, verbal contract, yeah? with meat and
And
all
nobody
that.
said if you fell into the hole.
Hey, it was
Only
an
if
agreement for
I fell
your
into the
safe
hole.
passage. Your safe passage.
However, you did pull me out of the frying pan back there, so the meat is yours.
Okay.
He hands him the whole skin.
I lied. I can fix bridge.
What? Don't lie.
I can make
This is
whole
bad.
bridge.
Make whole bridge. How do you do that?
Because a bridge is one object up to 10 cubic feet per level. They fix 40 cubic feet of bridge.
Well, fix the bridge then, he says, sitting down for a drink. Look.
It tastes very well. A sweet victory.
Yes, especially since he hasn't had any for quite a while, since everybody told him it would wear off, wouldn't work right if he drank too much
He's
of it.
probably forgot that by now.
Hey, I keep telling you guys, he has an average intelligence of 10.
Six, 12, 13, 18. So the bridge repairs 18 bridge points.
Yay!
So through the means of magic, the bridge is being repaired. And it looks more stable than when it was broken.
It's
Okay,
possible I could have done this beforehand, but I keep this information to myself.
You're muted, Adam.
He says, "Oh yes, because secrets work so well for us," he says, patting you on the head.
I didn't say anything. You didn't hear nothing. Never happened.
How much nothing did I not hear? He says with his
Oh,
palm out.
You didn't hear anything ever.
Alright. So I take it you leave the island, or do you wish to stay?
In fact, you don't even work for me.
Oh well, we can.
Happen to be trapped in the same woods. Bye.
Yeah. Hey, you and the come back here. Wait. We'll talk this over.
No, you left the map. I can't
It's right
retrieve
here.
you.
It's just the very edge of his portrait is available if you take him off the map.
Aiden collects his gear. This is going to be a long trip.
I feel like we should call it there, so I can get some spells back and regenerate some hit points.
Yeah. Well, it was good that they were hitting you guys instead of me with all those crits.
How much?
Because I only had.
How much health are you guys down?
I'm down 9.
I'm down 20.
All right, I will spend my last channel for 6. And a couple of cure spells. I've got more than enough magic left for this day to bring you all back up to full.
Cool.
Right. So you wish to set up camp, I assume.
Yeah, that's my plan. Pull out these spells, set up camp. Move on tomorrow.
That sounds good. Bane says, finishing off the mead.
Do you want to set up camp where you
14
are
hit
at the
points for
moment,
Bane.
or do you wish to move into the forest and set up camp somewhere there?
And 8 more hit points.
I don't think we want to make camp near the creepy undead pillar.
How far away are we from other places we know how to get to?
That's kind of a rigged question.
That's the thing, isn't it? You don't really know, because
Well, is it like, are we experiencing different travel time every time we go somewhere, or? I don't mean distance-wise, I mean time.
Time is just our perception, you mean? I think so.
Well, we could use their pathway keys and either go to the lake or to the old guy's hut.
Yeah, I was figuring we should go back to
Timmel.
They're like, oh, back so soon.
Yes.
yeah. Well, it's up to you whether or not you want to venture into the forest or stay where you are.
Technically, nothing bad has happened to us in the forest itself.
True.
We could go back to Timnall's, or we don't have to.
I have a feeling going back to Timmel's would be backtracking.
I would feel the same way.
You want to stay on the island then?
On the island? No.
Or do we want to travel around the island and we just drop the bridge again?
Yeah,
You
we
do
can
that
stay
if you
around
want
it.
to. Cut up the bridge once more.
Alright, that works for me.
Okay, so do you want to destroy the bridge or not?
I really don't think they're coming back. But that's so destroying the bridge is up to you guys. If you want to do that.
Why don't we untie one side of it and then we can always retie it if we need to.
Alright.
Okay. So you do that. Set up your camp, make a fire. It's still drizzling. It's getting cold now.
Oh, wagon's got some tarp in it. Failing that, the wagon itself is covered. One of you guys probably has a tent.
I didn't need to bring a tent. I was going to sleep in your wagon.
It spreads out his bedroll under the wagon.
Alright. Well, unless you have anything else, I guess we'll end it there.
6 hours from now. 7 o'clock. Oh, I gotta get going anyway.
Okay.
Right. Well, we'll see what happens next time.